Hi and welcome along to my latest video repair. I'm Martin Sadler from Dent-Remover. What I've got for you today is a Mercedes CLA, 2 dents to the roof rail. It's behind me. I'm going to show you the dents outside first and then I'll show you how I'm going to repair it. Right, let's take a look at these lovely dents in this roof rail. Look at those. They are quite deep, especially that rear one. That's let's have a look. Bigger than your finger or thumb, and another one, it's about thumb size. Let's have a look with the inspection board. Look at that, it's pretty deep is that one. Goes all the way down to here and right to the edge, and then again this one right to the edge as well. And I have noticed it looks like it's had some paintwork at some point. There's some little bits of paint. Looks like it's been repainted there, little fish eyes. So I'll have to go really careful on that one. Don't want to be gluing it too hard, otherwise I'm going to end up pulling the paint off, which is not a good start to the week. So I was going on a second ago about thinking there might be some paintwork to this area. If you can just see this little bit here, there's a bit of dirt in the paintwork. It might be factory, it might not. Sometimes you can get the odd bit of defect in there from the factory. With it being Mercedes, it's pretty high quality, so I don't know. But again, this top edge is quite dry. The paintwork's quite dry, but then this is quite glossy. So it's just a few small indications there might be some paintwork to that. I've looked down the rest of the car, can't really see anything else. I've sprayed it with the degreaser, which is pretty potent stuff, and it's not grabbing, the paintwork's not gone all tacky. So we should be okay, but it is it's a bit daunting when there's such a deep dent on the roof rail, and I've got to be really yanking with the hot glue the tabs to pull this out. So let's see how it goes. I'm just popping a bit of glue on the tab and then I'll stick it in the centre of the dent. Just giving it small knocks with the sliding hammer. We don't want to yank it up too much, especially if I'm thinking it's got paintwork on there as well. So we're going to get the glue remover on there, take it off, see if it's made any little marks, and then we'll just go from there. Got to peel it off really nice and carefully. I use another glue tab just to get under there and just ease it off nice. I think it has been painted. So what I can see is a slight outline of where the tab was. I'm going to keep going, just tap these high areas down and then give it another pull in a minute. I'm putting another tab right in the centre of the dent. I'm only going to give the glue a couple of seconds just to go off, and I'm going to get the mini lifter, place it on there, make sure the feet are level, and then I'll gradually increase the pressure on the lifter handle, but not too much so the glue tab snaps away from the panel. That was a really good pull. That was literally the second pull. So we did the first pull, and then we tapped around a little bit just to take some of the pressure off, and then we just pulled the middle out there. That was 2 pulls. I know it looks a little bit wiggly with the lines, but that dent has come out really well. Again, just with 2 pulls. Spot on. There's the other one. I'll get you next. That's if the paint don't get me first. So I've had about half an hour, something like that, on this large dent. There's a couple of little marks on the paintwork. I don't know if you can see it, but just below my finger there's an outline of where the tab was. So again, just suspicions of having paintwork at some point in its life. It's quite likely, but so far so good. So this it's all up now. It is a little bit ripply, and if we look at it from this from front to rear, you probably see a lot more. So I'm going to leave that one now, and I'm going to focus on this one. On this repair, you'll probably notice that I'm not using a slide hammer. I'm only using a mini lifter to pull the tabs up. I found it's better and more controlled method rather than using the slide hammer. Let's have a quick look. So again, 2 pulls. We've managed to get it out. So obviously it's higher than what it should be because the lines on the reflection go together. So that means it's higher than the actual panel, and then around it, it's just a bit distorted. But at least I've managed to get the dent out. I know I keep going on about the paintwork, but it is quite an important part because it's definitely been painted. As you can see right on that top bit. So it's going well, and I hope I haven't just jinxed myself. Okay, we're looking good so far. That's where the other dent is. So I've just been pulling that one out. It's not far off. There's a few little ripples around here. See a lot more when we go from front to rear. Change positions in a second. And this is the other one. There's going to be a bit of blending. Still a little bit to take out around here. A couple of sharp little dot dents there. But yeah, it's coming out really well. So we'll change the way we repair this now, change directions. Right, well, let's take a look at the finished results. There's been no polishing, no flattening and polishing on this. There we go. I think we've been quite lucky, really. There's a bit of just down here, somewhere down here, the paintwork's quite soft, because when I was tapping it with the little knockdowns, it's making some little dot marks. So I don't know if it's had a quarter panel. You can see the paintwork there. It's definitely had some paintwork here. So yeah, we're being lucky that it's not pulled any of the paint off, and that is a real nice clean repair. We'll go from the other side. No distortion on those lines, or very minimal. Okay, that's it. Another job done well. If you do like my videos, why not like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. But for now, thank you very much.